and such a feeling that so much had to be done, but it could be done.
First at 11, remembering Ethel Kennedy. The last member of the original iconic Kennedy dynasty died at the age of 96 because of complications from a stroke she suffered last week. Her grandson, Joseph Kennedy III, confirming the news.
Ethel married Robert F. Kennedy Sr. in 1950. They had 11 children. Robert was assassinated in 1968. Their firstborn son was former Massachusetts Representative Joseph Patrick Kennedy II. She's also the mother of Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who ran for president this year but dropped out. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Glenn Jones.
And I'm Priscilla Casper. Now, Ethel leaves behind a long legacy. A few months after her husband was killed, she founded the Robert F. Kennedy Center for Justice and Human Rights. And in 2014, a bridge in Washington, D.C. was named after her in recognition of her advocacy for environmentalism and social causes in the area.
And in that same year, President Barack Obama awarded her the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Our Kirsten Glavin is in Hyannisport with more on how people are reacting to this news.
Family members have been showing up here to the Kennedy compound ever since they announced that Ethel Kennedy had passed. Tonight you can see that flags in this community have been lowered to half staff. It's the end of an incredible life, but the start of a beautiful legacy.
But thanks for being here.
Just hours after family announced the passing of Ethel Kennedy, Rory and Max Kennedy, her son and daughter, seen going for a sail on their boat, Glide, something the family has done throughout their lifetimes in Hyannisport.
I always had this indomitable spirit and a can-do attitude.
Nearby at the JFK Museum in Hyannis, a condolence book placed next to a bouquet of white roses.
She's always revered. Yeah, Ethel was. You know, she's just one of the great ladies. We were just saying she was one of the good ones.
But Ethel Kennedy's reputation going far beyond the Cape Cod bridges. The matriarch helping shape a political dynasty in America.
She was an incredibly inspiring figure and a role model for so many.
She served as a devout human rights activist, advocating for social justice and gun control.
If you see something wrong, if you speak out, you can change it.
The 96-year-old also remembered as a wonderful mother, raising 11 children after the assassination of her husband, Robert Kennedy. Her family explaining she was a devout Catholic and daily communicant, leaning on her faith often in tougher times. At the JFK Presidential Library and Museum Thursday, visitors learning not only the history of the Kennedy family, but the heartbreaking news.
They'll remember her grace and her style, her ability to speak her mind.
And Ethel was just a class act, and Bobby was my hero in a way. He really was.
It is the end of an era.
And the family has not made announcements just yet on when any services may be held. Reporting here in Hyannisport, I'm Kirsten Glavin, NBC 10 Boston.
Her legacy will certainly live on. Kirsten, thank you. And you can find much more reaction to the death of Ethel Kennedy by heading over to our website, NBC10boston.com, including from our political commentator, Sue O'Connell.